All right, we are ready to send cars. Justin Pollock, Robin Nishida. Here we are in the Ford Go Further Top 16. Who's going to be going further into the Grade 8? This is a crucial part of tonight's festivities and tonight's competition. Send it. Here we go. JTP, Justin Pollock, Robin Nishida. Give it chase. Look at it. Nice job by Robin Nishida. Give it chase. Justin Pollock puts the car in the right spot. Whoa, Robbie. Man, I'm telling you. Do not count out Robin Nishida. Here we go. Robin Nishida will be leading. Can he take out Justin Pollock and better that average to a 50% winning average against JTP? Here comes Robin Nishida riding that yellow line. Justin Pollock is right there. Look at Robbie pulling away from the big bad blue oval. I'd like to see Justin Pollock closer to Nishida. Make some noise for Nishida and Pollock. Robin Nishida, Justin Pollock, Robin Nishida. One vote for Robbie. One more time. And Ryan Latain says, Robin Nishida gets the win. Robin Nishida takes out Justin Pollock. It is our next battle, Dave Briggs versus Tony Angelo. You talked about that earlier. Now, Tony Angelo and Dave Briggs have never seen battle against each other. As Briggs throws it in. You have two four-cylinder turbo-powered cars here. As Briggs, good angle, Tony Angelo wrapping around that front left. Tony Angelo's leading. Dave Briggs, give a chase. Zip tight, how we doing? Hate on, haters. Here comes Tony Angelo. Initiating into that first turn. Nice job utilizing the whole course by both drivers. As Dave Briggs, Tony Angelo finding that tight line. Hitting that front flip, taking a late apex on that front flip. Now here's Dave Briggs. Taking a very similar line that Tony Angelo took. Scores are in, Ryan. Here we go. Here's our three judges, Tony Angelo, Dave Briggs. Brian Eggert says, Dave Briggs. Andy Yent says, one more time. Ryan Latain says, one more time. They're going at it again. Speaking of moving on, our next battle. Christoph Forsberg, 2009 Формула Дрифт champion, going against Odi Bakshis in the Nexen Tires V8 S14. Here we go, Chris Forsberg throwing in. Odi way shallow on that initiation, but look at that. Just slid into position. It seems like Odi is just going to go right into Forsberg. And Odi Bakshis chasing down Forsberg. Chris Forsberg's giving chase. Odi's pushing hard. He knows he's going against a fierce and clean competitor. The judges even called out Chris Forsberg, saying he's probably one of the smoothest lines. He's a drifter's drifter. The drifters have a lot of respect for Chris as he's bringing in, tapping the brakes here as Chris Forsberg chasing down Odi. Now stepping up to him. Nice job by Odi. Back up to Forsberg right there. Wow, look at that car control from Forsberg. Now back on his door and tapping that front flip. Man, sometimes I don't know how Forsberg just keeps it going out. I just want to see his footwork there.
Well, I'm wondering if Forsberg's spotter didn't tell him that Odi had a zero, because certainly did not drive like that. He gets dangerously close to those outer off-course markers right there, but then just really puts it to Odi Bakshis the rest of the run. Nice job on proximity, great angle right there. Odi comes around, does a really good job in the lead run, but like we said before, Jared, we really needed Chris Forsberg to zero out in this run for it to have any effect on him not moving forward. And it's going to be Chris Forsberg all the way.
And you called him, man. I don't know if his spotter told him, you know, Scott's sitting over here. I don't know if he told him, dude, you got a zero. You can take it easy. But also, truth be told, the judges did say, hey, you know what? If you have a zero in this situation, just like this, in the driver's meeting, they said, don't sandbag, for lack of a better term. Don't kick back, and you can't just hang back and think that you just get the win and hand it to you. Chris says, I'm going to not leave in the judge's hand, and I'm going to take the win. Here it is. I'm sure it is. Slide it on over. Chris Forsberg gets the win. In an wonderful sunset here, the lights are on. The action concludes. This is the one more time battle of Dave Briggs and Tony Angelo. Dave Briggs is going to lead that AV Fab. Toronto, Canada built. Congratulations to AV Fab and his wife for just getting Tony Angelo. Huge correction. Spinning out. And Tony Angelo, I'm assuming, has some issues. Here we go. Tony Angelo's going to lead. Dave Briggs giving chase. He's going to throw caution to the wind here. The Hurricane. Here he goes. Hurricane is forecasted for this big sweeping turn as Dave Briggs now goes off course. Dave Briggs, is he going to spin? He corrects. He straightens. Tony Angelo is getting the prayers answered. Now Tony Angelo, if he finishes this out, this could potentially be now Angelo, Dave Briggs, Brian, Andy, Yen, and Ryan Lantain. One more time. One more time, they're going at it again. Unbelievable. Tyler the Rock McCory, Mobile One, GoPro, Chevrolet Camaro, going against currently 4th in points coming in this round of competition, Michael Essa, GSR Autosports, Wisefab, Turbocharged, Turbo by Garrett, BMW E46. He's on some Bill Stein shock absorbers. They're building a free car, or not a free car. You can win a car from Bill Stein. Can you win it? Oh, Tyler McCory already with a big correction there. Look at Michael Essa throwing it in hard. Look at the angle from Essa, but Tyler McCory is right there. Now backing up quite a bit as Essa throws it to the angle. Kind of giving back, allowing McCory to catch up. Essa does not look very fast right now. It seems like every transition he's just clipping up. Kind of caught into a bit of a sand pit here. The red lights are illuminating once they go off. Send it. There you go. Tyler the Rock McCory. As they go past the restart cone, you can see the miles per hour ringing up. 92. 92.8 miles per hour engine. Look at a gap. What is Essa doing here? If he wants to strike, but Tyler McCory putting it down right now. Tyler McCory. Solid job by McCory. Now Essa striking with vengeance. But man, a solid lead run by McCory. Brian Egger says Michael Essa gets the win. The GSR Autosports BMW gets the win. This is not one more time. This is two more time. This is the second one more time battle between Tangelo and Briggs. Tony Angelo, the Hurricane, Dave Briggs. Dave Briggs leading the AV Fab SR powered Tony Angelo, no angle. Complete loss of drift as Dave Briggs finishes out the course. Tony Angelo shutting down all thrusters as Dave Briggs finishes it out. Obvious advantage to Briggs. Battle, it is Kenny Moen versus Frederick Osbo. Kenny Moen leading that Lutz performance. Hitting the definitive off-course. Marcus Osbo dipping tire. Moen going off-course. Dude, there is so much pride, Norwegian pride on the line between these two gentlemen.
Well, let's go back and take a look at this because some very significant things transpired on course. We know for sure that we've got some zeros out there somewhere. What will be interesting to see is what Frederick Osbo did in the chase. Now, the off-course markers were most definitely hit by Kenny Moen right here, okay? That's a 0. Now, Frederick Osbo drops the tire. Let's watch this. He dropped the tire here, and he seems to take out a clip and also one of the lights. Now, the clip is counted as a strike. The light is counted as a strike. So, by definition, that should technically be a 0 by Frederick Osbo as well.
Get some clarification here from the judges. Now, these gentlemen have only seen battle once before, and Frederick Osbo won, and that was back last round of competition. Frederick Osbo and Kenny Moen. Well, here we go. They leave the restart cone. We got a clean start as Frederick Osbo initiates. Kenny Moen diving in. He knows he needs to apply the Kenny Moen with some contact from the rear. But look at this, Osbo. He's used to this. This is no big deal. Usually it's his front end as Kenny Moen slams into the wall. Dude, is Osbo just the Norwegian pinata now? Make some noise for Kenny Moen. If you're gonna crash it, stand on the roof. The old Alex Pfeiffer move. I mean, look at this. Is Osbo the Norwegian pinata? People are just taking swings at him.
Well, the transition right here basically shows Kenny Moen accelerating, making contact with Frederick Osbo. Osbo tries to stay in drift as long as he can and then shuts it down. So this should technically be a pretty simple call, no matter what happens or what the judges decide on the first run. This should be a 0 for Kenny Moen for making contact right there. Osbo was on throttle. That should give Kenny Moen 2 zeros and give Frederick Osbo at least a score in this run.
The judges. There we go. Frederick Osbo gets the win. He's moving on to the grade 8s. Here we go. Von Gint Jr., Conrad Grunwald. Earlier I put up an Instagram at Jared Dienda, and it was yesterday. The battle of the ages. The blue oval versus the bow tie. Here it is in real form. Von Gint Jr., Conrad Grunwald. Good initiation from Von Gint Jr. throwing it in. Look at that, riding that yellow line. Conrad Grunwald is right there. Nice job by both these drivers, man. Tit for tat. Oh, look at that! Was Conrad Grunwald too aggressive there, Ryan? Here we go. Let's see as the miles per hour rack up 78, 80, 80, 86, 90, 95, 95.9 miles per hour. Where is Von Gint Jr. going? Von Gint Jr. goes way off course. Von Gint Jr. goes off course. This could be, quote unquote, a game changer. This could be a game changer for what's about to unfold.
Let's watch this initiation right here, but Cones have been moved. Those are 0 cones. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. He goes wide right there. There's no brakes on Conrad. He does make contact with those. On the face of it, that should be a 0 for Vaughn Gittin Jr. He has a little bit of a problem right here, but it's pretty much inconsequential the rest of the run. I don't know if he just did not estimate his initiation as best as he could. He had a really, really awesome lead run. You can see right there, he takes out 1, 2, and 3. Those are clearly off-course markers, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. could possibly be sitting on a 0. As far as I can tell, Jared, there was no mistake in Conrad Grunwald's initiation. His speed was where it was supposed to be. We saw no brake lights come on. It seemed to be fluid in that area. It just seemed to be like a mistake from Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the chase. Here's the lead run right here, Jared, and Conrad Grunwald, in my opinion, was at a pretty big disadvantage because Vaughn ran a very, very nice, clean, smooth run. With the exception of just being off this clip a tiny, tiny bit, it was an amazing lead run.
Yeah, but let's break down what Conrad's doing here.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, if you give that a 0, we could be sitting on double zeros.
Oh, man, I mean, lesser of two evils. Sin is sin, right? I mean, at the end of the day. So here's Vaughn Gittin Jr. on his chase run. And, you know, I hate to cut you off, but, you're right. I mean, breaking each run down, you have Vaughn Gittin Jr. who led and had separately a killer lead run with Conrad making some mistakes, some corrections. Does that equate to a 0 or corrections here and there? Well, and then Vaughn just going off course. Hit 1 cone, hit 3. It's all a 0. Is there a larger sin than another sin?
No, I mean, and it's stated for Conrad Grunwald, if you want to make an argument for a 0, all it takes is loss of drift. And if that was loss of drift, that's a 0 for Conrad Grunwald. Clearly, it's a 0 for Vaughn Gittin Jr. And we're about to find out right now.
One more time. Yep. It's a one more time. There you go. All right, here we go. We have Daigo, Saito, and Forrest Wang. We saw these guys already do battle in Atlanta, and here they are again as Daigo ripping through the course. Forrest Wang just making his own line, trying to dive in, and it just seems too big of a beast as Daigo Saito handles it around the course. And there's Forrest Wang. I mean, we have 3 more battles left, including the one more time battle of Vaughn Gittin. Look at the slow start. Now, Daigo really has the pace. Look at that faint entry. See that pre-flick? A faint entry from Forrest Wang. I'm sure he communicated that to Daigo Saito. But now Daigo with an advantage. After that first run with Forrest Wang making those 2 critical mistakes. And, I mean, it can't get... Let's make it official. I have to assume it's going to be unanimous. Brian Egger says, and there it is. It's unanimous. Daigo Saito gets the win and advances on to the Great 8. Here's the one more time battle, the battle of the ages, the bow tie versus the blue oval. Ford Mustang of Vaughn Gittin Jr. and the Nitto tires, the Monster Energy Nitto tires, Ford Mustang RTR against the Megan Racing Hankook tires, Chevrolet Camaro of Conrad Grunwald. We saw double zeros on that first battle for just tuning in. Vaughn Gittin Jr. pulling away from Conrad Grunwald. Now Vaughn just look at the nice job by Vaughn Gittin Jr. so far. Conrad Grunwald doing a decent job of hanging in there with him. And now, look at that, Conrad not making the same mistake twice. Fool me once, shame on me. You're not gonna fool me twice. Leader, your current points leader is Vaughn Gittin Jr. And Daigo Saito, he's already in the Great 8s. So Vaughn Gittin Jr. was your points leader. Daigo Saito second. He's already advanced. Will Vaughn Gittin Jr. advance and shake it up? Essa, he's also in the mix too. Here we go. Conrad Grunwald's going to lead. Vaughn Gittin Jr. giving chase. Nice job by Conrad Grunwald.
Oh, we have contact. Contact.
From the rear. Now, look at the speeds. 42.6 miles per hour. Is that in line with what Conrad has done? Let's take a look at this again. Now, I saw a speed of 42.6 miles per hour. That was through the sweeper, Ryan.
Well, nice initiation right here by Conrad Grunwald. Now, this is the most, I would say the biggest part of the night right here for these two guys was that contact right there. And you can see the judges already asking for another angle on that. Most definitely there was contact. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right here gets real close to Conrad Grunwald across the finish line. It was contact, but not major contact that caused anything negative to happen. But if it was Vaughn Gittin Jr. that made the mistake there, he will be penalized for that. As we see Conrad Grunwald finishing up the run right here. So in the lead run from Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Ryan Egger, Andy Yen, Ryan Latane. Ryan Egger says Vaughn Gittin Jr. Andy Yen says one more time. Ryan Latane says one more time. They're going at it again. All right, thank you. We'll get back to that. Dai Yoshihara, Matt Field. This is not the final battle because we're going to go back to one more time. Dai Yoshihara leading. Nice. Oh, look at this. Dai Yoshihara. Look at Matt Field taking on from Dai Yoshihara. Owning it like it's his job right now. Boom. I mean, we talked about the pass earlier. I want to look at that again. Dai completely went off track. Matt Field, boom. Here's the door wide open. Matt takes the clean pass.
Well, Daijiro Yoshihara just overestimates his transition into the second outer zone. He goes very wide right here. Now remember, if a driver is offline, the chase car can make a pass. In my mind right there, that was threading the needle. That would be a legal pass. It's not of consequence because Daijiro Yoshihara, once he got that 0, we're essentially done.
Now keep in mind the badass battle. Who's going to be the badass battle is featured on Off Track on Network A. Kind of in the running right now. Matt Field. Whoa, look at this initiation.
Oh, Dai
Yoshihara says, as Ryan would say, hello. Matt Field just needs to finish out this course. Dai is full of piss and vinegar right now. Yes, let's just go through the semantics. Matt Field, it's unanimous. Matt Field gets the win. Matt Field gets the win and advances on to the Great 8. Here we go. Are you ready, Florida? Our second one more time battle. Send it. Von Gittin Jr. will be leading. Conrad Grunwald gonna give chase. Again, these two gentlemen have done battle twice before. Von Gittin Jr. Look at Von throwing it in. Nice job. As Conrad. Whoa! These drivers are just making it too easy for the judges.
Well, Jared has a cloud of smoke, kind of sits in the track right here. It looks like Conrad Grunwald may have definitively taken out some course markers. As you can see, he goes wide right there, hits a clip, and knocks out all 3 of the off-course markers, or actually all 2 on that side. Makes another mistake right there. And that should be a 0 for Conrad Grunwald. You can see right there, Vaughn comes pretty close to that as well, leading Conrad right to the line.
Conrad Grunwald, Von Gittin Jr. Now, you talked about Conrad Grunwald hitting a deficit at this point, Ryan?
Oh, most definitely a 0 pretty much. Not even pretty much. It's a definite 0 for Conrad Grunwald.
All right, Conrad Grunwald. Oh, look at Von Gittin Jr. Are you kidding me? Whoa, Joey! Von Gittin Jr., Conrad Grunwald. How Vaughn did not spin on that is unbeknownst to me. Make some noise, Florida.
Wow. Almost some contact over here.
That was backwards entry gangster stuff right there.
Talk about aggression. Conrad Grunwald knew they had a deficit overcome. And Von Gittin Jr., how does he not spin right there? He saves it as Von Gittin Jr. passes Conrad. That's twice we've seen that tonight. Conrad Grunwald goes clearly off course. I don't fault him for taking that risk, but he made a big mistake right there. He knew he had to overcome a 0. And Von Gittin Jr. should be your victor here. After 2 battles, we've seen these guys go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. How does Von Gittin Jr. hold that angle? Only he knows and his mechanics know. Great job by the guys at ASD to really awesomely built car.
To the judges, it's unanimous. Von Gittin Jr. gets the win. Von Gittin Jr. gets the win and advances on to the Great 8. On to new stuff. Dave Briggs, Robin Ishida. Briggs gonna lead as he's our What? We went from all this craziness to like, what just happened? Meh. Went to Grumpy Cat all of a sudden.
I know exactly what Robbie Nishida is thinking right now. There were some definite brake lights on Dave Briggs coming into that initiation right there.
So Robbie Bushido Blade Nishida, he's gonna lead Achilles Radial SC300. As Dave Briggs with this deficit right now. Good transition for Nishida. Now bringing it into the chicane turn. Let's see how Nishida utilizes the whole course. Nice job by Nishida. A little bit slow there around that final clip, but dials it in.
And here we go, scores are in. And it is unanimous.
Robbie Nishida, sorry bro. Chris the Force Forsberg, 2009 Formula Drift champion, Nos Energy 370Z. Who's moving on to the final 4? Now remember, Chris Forsberg is 7th in points coming in this round of competition. Michael Essa is 4th. Send it. Chris the Force Forsberg going to lead. Michael Essa going to give chase. Here we go. Let's see what kind of speeds we see here on entry. 80, 90, 90.6 miles per hour. Good entry from Forsberg. Utilizing the whole course. Here's Forsberg riding that yellow line. Oh, Forsberg going over that line. Eliminating that front clip. Now bringing it back nice and tight. Now, so Michael Essa is going to give, or excuse me, lead as Forsberg gives chase. Coming into that first turn. Already out of the gate, diving in, shot. Look at Forsberg. Door to door, wheel to wheel. Wheel back at it again. Banging doors. These guys look like they're at a missile party out at Willow Springs. Are you kidding me? Wow! Michael Essa and Chris Forsberg. That was a missile party if I've ever seen one, but they're doing it with pro cars.
Well, I'm super bummed for Chris Forsberg because literally it was a story of inches by knocking over that outer zone cone, that off-course marker, because right here he really is aggressive with Michael Essa. He does make some contact right there, but what a great show for the fans. I mean, there's no real way you can go here. There's no zeros from Michael Essa. Chris Forsberg sitting on a zero, and unfortunately the zeros that we've seen tonight, Jared, have typically been way off course, so it's so easy to make that call when you have a situation where you've said an off-course marker is a zero and Chris Forsberg just barely knocks it over. It is an unfortunate current, case of events for him, but he does put on a great show for the fans and an awesome chase run.
Chris Forsberg, I don't know if you know what a missile is. If you're into drifting, you know that these guys, you have to have a really nice car to have a missile, by the way. You need to have a comp car or a pro car or a higher caliber car, and then you have a kind of a junkier car. That would be considered your missile car. These guys, Michael Essa and Chris Forsberg, I've seen crazy missile party footage, and the results are in. Chris Forsberg, Michael Essa, I have to assume it's Essa, and it is unanimously. Michael Essa gets the win, taking out Chris Forsberg. Here, Von Gaten Jr. leading the points. Frederick Osbo. Ryan, this is the pair. This is the dynamic duo. We saw Monster Truck versus the Norwegian Hammer, who's now the Norwegian Pinata. Here we go. Von Gaten Jr. is going to lead. Frederick Osbo is going to give chase. Oh, the insanity ensues. That is Formula Drift. Von Gaten Jr. clear cut. Nice clean run. Frederick Osbo, good chase. Approaching that final clip. Let's just put our hands together for a nice, clean, straightforward battle. So Frederick Osbo is going to lead. Von Gaten Jr. is going to give chase. Initiated into that first corner. Nice job by Osbo. Von Gaten Jr. right on the tail of that Scion TC. Through the sweeping turn. Nice job by Osbo. Illuminating the front clip point. Nice job by both these gentlemen. Drifting through the finish line. Now, verdicts are in. Osbo Gaten. Brian Eggert says. Von Gaten Jr. Osbo says. One more time. Ryan Lantain says. Von Gaten Jr. gets the win. Von Gaten Jr. gets the win. Daigo Saito, Matt Field. We saw these gentlemen do battle in Irwindale. Here we go. Send it. Daigo Saito initiating into that big sweeping turn. Look at Daigo Saito going a bit off course there. Matt Field applying the pressure, allowing Saito to kind of pass in front of him. Matt Field is navigating through that thick Achilles smoke. He's doing a great job. Matt Field's going to lead. Daigo Saito's going to give chase. Let's see what kind of miles per hour we're going to be seeing from Matt Field as he leads in a supercharged V8. 96.3 miles per hour on the entry of Matt Field. Let it all hang out. Can he hang on? Look at this! Oh my goodness! So, Ryan, another situation. Did he lead Daigo Saito off? Did he independently go off course?
Well, let's find out who zeroed first. That's exactly what happened here. Matt Field shoots out wide. Nice job. Transitions back around. Matt Field.
But Daigo goes so deep. Why did he? I mean, he shot off. Like Field barely went off. Daigo just, boom, he almost hit the tire wall.
Well, remember from Chris Forsberg, it doesn't matter how much or what extreme. If you hit any of those off-course markers, it's a zero. What we need to see is from the other angle to see if Matt Field does it first. Looks like both drivers kind of go off at the same time there. It was pretty close.
Go, verdicts in, Field and Saito. Brian, Andy, and Ryan say, one more time. Andy N says Daigo Saito, Ryan Lantain. Daigo Saito gets the win! Robbie Nishida and Michael Essa. Taking a look at Michael Essa's stats and seeing if he has gone against Robbie Nishida before in the past. Michael Essa competing in 25 events. As here we go. Here it is. Robbie Nishida. Oh my gosh. And just another loss for words here as these guys most definitely knocked over those cones.
Well, Jared, I think that was the fastest entry of the night, as our speed gun over here says 104.9 miles per hour. So are you surprised that Robbie Nishida overshot that second outer zone. Watch right here as he transitions. Both guys leave together. Michael Essa tucks in. Robbie Nishida goes wide, hits that cone, and we'll take a look at it from that other angle. But right here in the judging stand, you can see Robbie Nishida definitely hitting that cone there. So a huge problem area for these drivers, not only earlier on in the top 32 and the top 16, but now really playing a role is that second outer zone and those off-course markers here in the Final Four.
And also, you know, this is a case of, this is where I believe he truly led him off course. Essa was door to door with him, but you know, there was really close proximity, and it just seemed that Robbie did lead Essa off course. Now these gentlemen have seen battle against each other. Here we go, Michael Essa. Michael Essa is going to lead GSR Autosports BMW. Make some noise, Florida. Here we go, send it. Michael Essa transitioning. Good job by Essa. Whoa, Michael Essa, almost like a double initiation there. Flicking out even deeper. Kind of a wonky sweeping turn. The results are in here, Ryan. And there it is. Michael Essa gets the win. Michael Essa gets the win against Robbie Nishida. Second half of this Nitto Tires Final Four. Daigo Saito, Vaughn Gittin Jr. These gentlemen only have seen battle once before. It was in Atlanta at the last round of competition. Daigo Saito ended up winning. Here we go. Daigo Saito, good job riding that line. Vaughn Gittin Jr. applying the pressure. There's Vaughn Gittin Jr. wheel to wheel. Nice job. Make some noise for Daigo Saito and Vaughn Gittin Jr. A respective battle between two champions. 2012 and 2010 Formula Drift champion.
Well, Daigo Saito, not the greatest lead run. He should have been a little bit wider right there. A little bit of dirt. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets on it. Nice proximity right here. Good angle. Daigo Saito does a good job on that inside clip. Transitions back around. Vaughn Gittin Jr. again right there. So this is not the greatest lead run for Daigo Saito.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates into the first turn. Nice job utilizing the whole course. Daigo Saito's right there. Vaughn Gittin Jr. riding that yellow line. Oh, dipping some tires. Vaughn. Daigo Saito is right there. Vaughn swinging wide there. An uncharacteristic wide line by Vaughn Gittin Jr. Ryan Sage. Taking a look at that again, you definitely saw Vaughn touch the dirt.
We'll go back to the first run. Remember, Daigo Saito didn't have that great of a lead run. Vaughn Gittin Jr. does go wide here, does a great job, but he does drop a tire right here. It's pretty clear. One tire drop. No course markers a hit. It's definitely not a zero. Daigo Saito really good on the chase here, stays nice and tight. Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes around this last inside clip.
Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Daigo Saito going to the judges. Brian Egger says, one more time. Andy Yen says, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Ryan Lantain says, Daigo Saito, we're going one more time. Daigo Saito is going to lead. Vaughn Gittin Jr. is going to give chase. As we leave the start, this is a one more time battle. Let's see what kind of speeds we get here. 70, 80, 90, 96, 96.8 miles per hour in the entry. Good transition. Vaughn Gittin Jr., a big straightening there. A huge straightening. Before his angle is back on, barely seeing even the green LED. Oh! Holy cow! Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s monster truck terror continues. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Well, let's go back and take a look at this replay. Vaughn Gittin Jr. seemed to be struggling out of the gate. His car seems to maybe have sustained some damage as well. But you commented on it, Jared, this transition right here. Vaughn Gittin Jr., I mean, Daigo Saito's nowhere near that outer zone, but Vaughn Gittin Jr. straightens up right there, so that's a deduction for both drivers. Then you can see right here as Vaughn Gittin Jr. closes the door a little bit, the transition, watch Daigo, let's make sure he stays. He's transitioning into that last inside clip, and there's contact there. We've seen contact there twice tonight.
Well, Daigo Saito, he's made his way past Pat Gooden, and then he made his way past Wang. Here we go, past Vaughn Gittin Jr. Now he's in the finals. Saito and Essa throwing it in hard into that first turn is Daigo Saito. This is the finals. This is for the top podium spot. Daigo Saito, Michael Essa, door to door, wheel to wheel, nice and tight around that final clip. Essa tightening it up. The BMW to the SC430. Let him know you're here. Florida and Driftstream. We still have a packed house here, Ryan.
Let's take a look at the replay, Jared. I'm so surprised that Daigo Saito did not have any mechanical problems on that. Big ups to his team for getting it together. Nice job by Michael Essa closing the door right here. Daigo Saito trying to shoot out wide. Great job on proximity by Michael Essa. They come up on the inside, turn that red light green, shoot back around to the last inside clip, and Michael Essa and Daigo Saito are door to door.
Michael Essa is going to lead. Daigo Saito is going to give chase. Michael Essa throwing it in to that first turn. Nice job by Essa. Daito is right there. Solid job hitting that clip. Look at Daigo Saito diving on the inside. Michael Essa is on his way to a first place finish. As Essa finishes this out, Michael Essa will get first place here in Florida. I have to say, give it to Essa. Sorry, dude, I'm pumped. I got a funnel cake, I got a beer, and Michael Essa could very well be your first place finisher here in Florida. Ryan, take a look at it again.
Well, remember, go back to that last one where Michael Essa was chasing. He did a great job. And look at this mistake right here by Daigo Saito. Very shallow on the inside. That could be the decider right there for Michael Essa. You have to imagine he's just like, hold it together, hold it together, hold it together. His spotter telling him he did a great job in the lead run. Daigo Saito closed the door right there. Looks like we do have a victor. The judges are inputting their scores. We will bring both cars down on...
You know he's in third place in the Keeley's Radial SC 300 as he steps out of his car. Third place here, round 3, Robbie Nishida! And now I will announce your winner. First place at round 3 of the Formula Drift Championship. It's Michael Essa in the GSO Autosports BMW. Second place goes to Daigo the Ninja Saito in the Achilles Radial SC 430. There is your 1, 2, and 3. Michael Essa fighting tooth and nail in the turbocharged GSR BMW E46 M3. Daigo Saito also taking some big bruises, some big hits. Daigo Saito in second, Nishida in third.